Kia ora, Anaki, and thank you, No Hep, for the opportunity to come. I will probably mostly read because I've got a lot to say. I'm a law student and I am a survivor, and I bring with me thousands of voices and stories from hepsters all over the world. But this is what I was told in September 2015, just before my first law exams. That treatment exists, there was none funded at all in New Zealand then, except more interferon, didn't need that. And if my prescription I needed was 24 weeks soft act, would have been US 268. Only days later, I saw a story about Greg Jeffries and James Freeman. They stepped in and I got cured. This is what I thought about when I first read about generics in the paper. A lot of people go through a really long process accepting that it's for real and that it means it applies to them, but I had no time. I was out of time. And when I learned that this is the first time we've had a cure since penicillin for a top 5 infectious disease, and I think that then it was post-war when you only had telegrams and letters, but it was deployed really rapidly, everyone knew about it. I looked deeper into why DAAs have not been, and I'm not satisfied. I make comparisons, and it's not just me or a small minority of people who want to complain about it. I see a problem with what DAA access represents. Mainstream institutions are pointing to inequality issues all over the world and saying this is unsustainable. Meanwhile, I keep studying, and full-time, and I see parallels in every class. And while studying, I learn much more about the legal background to why prices can be so high for something that costs less than $100 to make that so many people need to save their lives. I see parallels to other big problems, and I think, look at this. Political or ideological is not okay. I look at all this and I want to say, look, the gold rush is over. It has gone too far. Unregulated pricing of medication must end. And I see rising rates of HCV infection. We're coming here and things are actually getting worse in some respects. Treatments are dropping, in fact, halving worldwide in the past 3 quarters. Deaths are still occurring at shocking rates. My challenge to you here is to turn around and look at the elephant in the room and the threat posed to citizens by uncontrolled medication pricing. This is the final message on the poster I will present tomorrow. Every one of these 40,000 deaths per year from terrorism globally is an outrage, and it leaves grieving and shattered communities. Yet 400,000 deaths from hepatitis C, largely preventable, for each of these same years is just business as usual. I made a submission about all this stuff back in 2016 to the New Zealand drug buying agency Pharmac. They summarised it as saying that one submitter objected to profiteering. I thought, well, I didn't say that, but I looked it up. And I looked up the definition and I thought, yes, I do, I object. All in all, we need changes to medication pricing because it affects us. Hep C, DAAs represents that. It is a national and international threat. Let's respond to it creatively and with determination to truly eliminate and not talk about it, whilst withholding the tools to do it.